Hey, welcome back to Mike's Diabetes World. Let's take a look at things. At 4:11 today, I was at 5, and I haven't had any insulin for a while. Since 4:30, the pump has stopped working. So that's telling me I've dropped. I can see it on my graph. I'm at the verge. I'm below where I am. I've had some ginger ale already, so we'll see how things go. I'm not going to press anything till I actually have to eat, but this is a good number. Right now, I'm at 100% time and range. I think this may go down a bit, but it'll still be a good day. We're at 100% time and range. 0 below, 0 above, and 100. Current blood sugar average is at 7.4. All in all, that's to celebrate as a win. Especially for me, I take that as a win. Today, I want to discuss respect T1D. And as a person who has had T1D, or whether you're a new person with T1D, this is important. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. This channel is provided for informational purposes only. Contact your physician for any diagnostic or treatment plan. I've had diabetes for 47 years. I'm in my 48th year now. It's been a long, hard struggle. I think part of where I am now is because in my early 20s, I didn't really respect diabetes. It was something I had. I took my insulin. If I did a blood test, I didn't really have to. You didn't really have to watch what you're doing, I've had many hospitalizations. And now that I respect diabetes, I still have issues. But I think a lot of it was set years ago. I would drag to work. Some days I just really didn't feel like even being there. And those were the days I usually have problems. It was just, I don't really feel like doing anything at all. Where there were days when my blood sugar was right on it, I did great. So, what do I mean by respecting blood sugar or respecting T1D? One is blood sugars. Keeping your blood sugars, is really the only thing, within 3.9 to 10 will help you. It will help you repair. If you're into athletics and exercising, even the slight pull of a muscle could take longer if your blood sugars are out of whack. For me, I worked in the convenience store, and I just thought once I started making money that was for me, head open. I didn't need to take my lunch. I just ate what I could off the shelves. Licorice, nibs, and I don't know, red licorice just really gets to me. But I kept to it, but I didn't really care. But you have to remember, I had a glucometer, but I did not use the glucometer until I came into my 20s, and then I really started to use the glucometer. I could remember in an emergency room, or I was admitted to an emergency room, and I got placed on a medical floor, and the doctor who was overseeing me said, well, you should be using a glucometer. I said, well, I have one. And and it wasn't working. It had died from the lack of use, I guess. I don't know. And was it the Ames? I may have the wrong company. So the Ames rep actually came and saw me, and she brought a small little glucometer, where the one I had before was like a brick. It was big. This one was quite small. It was probably about 3/4 this size. So it was probably about that big. And, you could throw it in your pocket. It had a nice cover to it, so it was protected. You couldn't really have the strips and that with it, but it worked. And that's the one that I used for years until Ames sold, or they came out with a new one, and my doctor got me onto another glucometer that came with my insulin pump, and I used that one for years. But those years that I didn't really care what was going on, I wasn't doing tests. I wasn't even doing urine tests. I would take my insulin. I would have whatever I wanted at work. There were times when I would try to follow the road, and I'd have low blood sugars all over the place. I should have gone and said, hey, I need to see someone, to my GP. But I never did. It was always him and me. It was always Dr. McBride and myself. I know he retired years ago. I don't know what he's doing now, if he's still around. But he was an expat British doctor. And we got things taken care of. It wasn't till we moved from my house, not my house, but our family house, into a condo in 92 that I started to see my new endo, that I really started to want to control my blood sugar. And I would do my blood sugars. I would track things. I would get a good Bible that I would take to meetings. I started to see diabetes educator. But I should have done that earlier. It's always easy to have regret. It's kind of like no one wishes they spent more time at work. Well, I wish that I spent more time caring for my diabetes. So, my feelings to anyone is respect what's happening with your body. Where so many kids or young adults want, oh, well, yeah, I can still go party. I can handle my blood sugars. Oh, sorry, Chad. But in reality, they can't. I tried to think back then that I was doing a good job, but I really wasn't. And I realize that now. I don't know if that's just maturity setting in or not. But we have to be alert. Do your blood sugars, take your insulin, watch what you eat, count your carbs. It's quite easy. Okay, talking about respecting, I dropped really quickly. I am now currently 3'5". So I've had more ginger ale and hard candy. One of these is about the same as a 4 life or 3 lifesavers, so I utilize these. So respect, follow your doctor's orders, get what you need done as quickly as possible. Don't let high blood sugars control your life. Yes, it can be easier. You don't have to worry about things. Work seems to get in your way, and I am one of those that I didn't follow my plan, and as such, I have hypoglycemia unaware. I tried to bring down my blood sugars very quickly. This has nothing to do, this is just a low. I have problems with neuropathy. So you've got to be aware and respect type 1 diabetes. It's a part of you. You will live longer. You will have a much happier life. I have a much happier life with my blood sugars in check. Have a great day, and we'll talk later. I'm going to go finish my sucker. Bye now. My email is mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com. mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com.